Today I'll be looking at the Motorola Droid X2 on Verizon. This phone just recently came out and it looks identical to the Droid X. The only real difference is it's missing the camera key on that right side there. Otherwise it has the volume rocker right up here, the same 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash on the back. Just a little Motorola Droid X2 logo there, and the speakerphone on the bottom, of course. It's a very thin phone, but it has the bulge for the camera up here, and then we have USB right there and HDMI out, as well as a little lanyard slip in there, which is interesting. I haven't seen that in phones recently. On the bottom of the phone we have the same 4 buttons as the Droid X, and it's about the same phone. The difference, of course, is inside. Has a 1 gigahertz Tegra 2 dual-core processor with the same 512 megs of RAM, although I believe it might be faster RAM than the original Droid X. Also, they upgraded the screen on this device to a QHD display. That said, they used 2 subpixels per pixel on this display, which means that pictures and everything isn't quite as clear as it was on the original Droid X. That said, it's a higher resolution display, so you get more data on there at one time, and it's a great display. As you can see, it's a very quick device. It's not lagging at all going through here, and surfing the internet is extremely quick. Now I'll go through just some of the changes Motorola made to Android 2.2, which is what comes with this. Of course, 2.3 will come out soon, and hopefully that'll fix some little issues I've had with the device so far. But so far it's been a great device. As you can see, they changed these 4 icons along the bottom here. This one being the menu icon that brings you to your apps. And then these 3, they let you change. So if I wanted to put Facebook down there, I just hold down on Facebook and it comes up with a little plus, so I could place it down there if I wanted to. Another thing they've done just on the home screen here is when you move apps around, you can replace them, which is a nice feature that I don't believe Android had before. So if I wanted to move Facebook up here, it'll move music back down and swap them rather than moving one at a time. It's a lot easier. Finally, they did some visual enhancements of the interface. The slide down bar here looks different. It has a little gradient there, which is, it's nice, you know, it looks cool. The dialer is pretty simple. You just have the buttons right there. I'm covering up a phone number so you won't see who I'm calling, but as you can see, it looks a little different, just for difference sake, I suppose. Another thing they've added is this messaging application, which Motorola has allowed you to mix all of your social network feeds and everything into one place, which is very nice. So you go into messaging here, I have a universal inbox, which you can get text messaging, my Facebook and Yahoo, and then if I go to the menu, manage accounts, you can see I can load up just about anything on here, a YouTube account, visual voicemail, which is Verizon's overpriced voicemail option, which just use Google Voice. It's free and much better. Twitter, Picasa, PhotoBucket, MySpace, which who really uses that? LinkedIn, your Google account, of course, Flickr, Facebook, and I have the Facebook application installed. That's why there are 2 of those there. Email, which is just any email. Corporate Sync, and Backup Assistant, which is another Verizon app that allows you to back up contacts and such from your old phone. Now, Motorola has added some widgets here, and I'll go through these real quick. A lot of these are toggles to allow you to adjust the power consumption of the device. The bookmark widget is very similar to the Android one. It's visual, so that shows little pictures of your websites up there. Contact quick tasks allows you to just one tap call someone or text someone or something like that. The date and time widget is okay. It's not nearly as good as HTC's, but you know, it shows you the time up here and the date, of course. And another thing Motorola has added is for their widgets you can resize them. So the widget will change for different sizes. So now you can see it shows a full calendar, whether compared to here where it just shows the date. Some more Motorola widgets we have here. The GPS toggle, IM presence, that's for the Motorola instant messaging app that uses AIM. News widgets similar to the stock Android news widget. Social networking will pull all of the data from that unified inbox from your social network. Social status lets you type in your status. The weather widget is not my favorite. It's very bland. I mean, there's nothing on here, especially compared to the widget that HTC includes with their phones. Now we'll take a quick look at the applications that are installed with this phone. As you can see, alarm and timer, that's different from the clock application on Android, because they've added a little visual flare here, which you can't really tell from here, but they let you change the clock that it uses, which is kind of useless, but interesting nonetheless. I'll just stick with the digital clock there. They also added a timer, which Android really needed. It's very simple, easy to use, but it's nice that when you start it and you bring this down, it'll tell you how much time is remaining right up there. Going back to the apps, they included the Amazon Kindle and Amazon MP3 apps, which is interesting, kind of nice. Barrage Light is a game I installed that's free, and I'd recommend trying it out. Blockbuster was also installed and can't be removed, which is frustrating because I won't use it. The calculator app is pretty simple, just the basic Android calculator here. The calendar app is also looks unchanged, relatively unchanged from the Android one. There's a different link to the camcorder and camera, which is convenient if you just want to start in the camcorder mode rather than going to the camera and switching it. City ID is an application that is included that will tell you the city of someone calling you. So you just go into the lookup and start typing a number, and this is a random number, but it'll tell you which state and, if available, which city that number is in. Unfortunately, this is a paid service, so if I go to subscription status here, it says your current free trial will expire in 15 days, and they want you to pay $2 a month, which I don't think it's worth it. Included on the Droid X2 is DLNA support, which is excellent. I tried it out connecting to my desktop computer, and it easily played back videos and music and pictures very quickly and easily on here. Might be able to try this out. It tells me it wants Wi-Fi on, so I'll go ahead and turn that on. The main screen on the DLNA app is pretty simple. You get 4 options. Copy media to phone is especially useful if you just want to copy your music over Wi-Fi. You don't have to connect it to your computer as you would with an Apple device, which is really useful and makes Apple look stupid, which is always good. Play Media will come up with a list of media servers. This is my PC, so it'll take a second here to load, but as you can see, we got videos, music, and pictures. I'll load up music, and it's loading again. This takes a while the first time you do it, but after that it should be relatively quickly. Go to all artists. It's taking a second to load all of those. But Three Doors Down is excellent, so I'll just go ahead and play a song by them. When You're Young is a recent song they released. And then I just tap play on phone, and it'll bring up this interface and start playing this excellent, amazing song. Speaking of which, the sound quality on this device is okay. The speaker is very tinny, as you would expect. It's not quite as clear as the original Motorola Droid, but it's still very loud and it works very well for phone calls. Back on the menu you can see I've installed Google Earth. Email is included, emergency alerts is included, which is an interesting application that is blank when you come up, but you can adjust settings to receive different alerts. I haven't received any yet because a volcano hasn't gone off in my immediate vicinity as of now, but it should soon because, you know, the world is ending. So we have the Facebook application, which I installed. It's not included. Fandango I also installed. Files is included, which lets you browse the files on the device. It's pretty simplistic. It doesn't have all the features that some other file browsers have in the Android market, but it's included, which is nice. Flicky wallpapers I installed. FML is hilarious. I installed it. FM player is included. Of course, you need a headset to use that. The gallery application is interesting. It takes a second to load here because it's actually loading up messages and pictures from your friends. So this is one of my friends, and this is a picture she recently uploaded. Of course, you can just go to your camera roll, where you can see pictures you've taken and videos. Going back, you could tap on Friends and see images uploaded by your friends to Facebook, Flickr, or anything like that. And there's another link here for DLNA servers, which is convenient and pretty interesting. Going into the app, it's pretty simple. These are just some test images I took, but you know, it has multi-touch. Kind of slow to respond. I'm hoping this will get updated in the 2.3 update, but otherwise it's easy to flick through and zoom in.